Going back to the transactions application, we want to now convert this to use multi-tenancy. What that means is for topic 1 and topic 2, we've only specified a topic name, which means that it's going to go into the public tenant in the default namespace. And actually for KSN, if you want to use the public default tenant and namespace, you should not specify them in the topic name. As soon as we want to move them outside of public default, we need to specify that particular tenant and namespace. So what I've done for you is I've already created a tenant in our training cluster that uses your student ID. So in this case, it's Kafka student 3. So your tenant is going to be Kafka student 3. And then the namespaces, I've created a few for you. I've created one called transactions. So we're going to be publishing data into a topic called Kafka student 3 transactions 1 that's inside of the Kafka student 3 tenant and the transactions namespace. This is important because only you as student 3 has access to this tenant. Other students don't. So while in the previous exercises, you could potentially have crosstalk with other students if you didn't have unique IDs in your topic name, we've now segregated it so that you are the only student able to access this particular tenant, and then you can make namespaces as well. Now, these topics will get automatically created for you in this tenant and namespace. Again, I've already created the tenant for you and given you permissions to it, and I've already created the transactions namespace for you and given you produce and consume permissions on that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and execute the produce command here, and we'll see if we can produce messages to this particular topic or these two topics inside of your tenant and namespace, segregating your workload from the other students. And here you can see we've been able to send those messages over to our topics. Let's go ahead and consume them as well. I'm going to use my transactions consumer, and we'll consume those messages from our Kafka student 3 tenant and the transactions namespace. And here we've consumed that message.